I attended my first regional qualifier today, and at Salem, Oregon, and it went pretty well. I did really good, in my opinion, for my first regional. I got 26th place, 2 places away from getting my invite. I would have gotten my invite if the tiebreaker didn't fuck me over, but nonetheless, I felt like this build was really good. I played Lost World Dino, and yeah, that's about it. I'll go on to the deck profile, and then I'll get on to matchups for after the deck profile. Played 3 Overraptor. This is the main starter card. Just Stratos or can Foolish guy. It's very good. Just kind of you usually either add Conductor or send Overtext to search Pill. Then we played 3 Ultimate Conductor. This is the main boss monster, win condition. This card just is so good. Why would they ever print a card this busted? It's just BLS, Book of Eclipse, and just board wipe. It's like I can't, and the fact that it pops your own cards. You get tutor out so many effects with this card. This is the reason why I win most of my games with this. Well, of course it's a dinosaur deck, so of course. 3 baby. This is the main extender. You're popping this with Lost World, or you could do some crazy shenanigans with like Dark Hole or Overraptor Conductor. I decided to play 3 Pankratops in the main. This overperformed. It was so good, man. Basically, it's a Cyber Dragon, but also it's a Trident. What I kept doing was, the opponent would have like the token. I'd Overraptor. Overraptor would pop I would pop something, and then Overraptor would pop the token. And I'd summon this, and then there's a Trident on my opponent's turn. And like if you don't OTK, you just set up so many interruptions with like this card, Conductor, and the Evolzars. And even like, and then I never like did this, but you could use the number 103 Ragnar Zero, like pop. And I also used like Tornado Dragon stuff, but yeah, this overperformed. I wouldn't play any less than 3. Like drawing it first and drawing multiples sucks. I sided 1 or 2 out if I was going first, but this is really good. And even if I did draw multiples, I kept summoning them, and it was really hard for the opponent to deal with. 2 Giant Rex, gotta play 2, so that you don't get grind. So that the grind game is, you don't die in the grind game. I don't know, for text, you never want to draw it. Actually, I had not during the event, but at locals once, I did hard summon this from my hands. Kind of funny, but yeah, you never want to draw. I drew it once. I lost most of the games I drew this. It's a Garnet. Miscellaneousaurus. Sad that it's 1, but it's really good. It's a protection. This is how I won against Pendulum FTK. He set up a bunch of negates and I just kind of yeah. And then 1 ALO. This is good because if you don't have any targets in grave, you can banish, summon, and then like if you have Overraptor, you can discard and then banish and then make a link to it and then make Conductor. This is why this is important. That's it for the main Dinosaur engine. I'm playing small Kaiju engine. Dolgoron's important because you can search it. I searched it once, and these two, you just draw these and it outs a bunch of problematic stuff. I outed like Titan in the Thunder Dragon matchup. Things like I don't think I added Megabun, the invoked matchup. But you tutor a lot of things, and it puts a non-dino in grave once you get rid of the kaiju, which is important for Pill. For hand traps, I played 3 Veiler, 1 Ghost Ogre. This is all I have. I'm too poor, I guess. No. I did buy a 2nd Ghost Ogre at the event, but this was on my deck list, so I had to play this. I did good. I drew the Ghost Ogre a lot, and it helped. I just got lucky, which is probably why I got 26th place. So for spells, 3 Fossil Dig, Rhoda, important, of course. Lost World is your main card. Token's nice. I mean, the protection effect isn't really relevant because they just link away the token. But it's such a good extender that you do play, and the 500 attack actually came in relevancy a lot. It saved me so many games against OTKs. So. Two Pill. If you don't want to play 3, it's Bricky. Because you're only running the only non-dinosaurs are extra deck monsters, hand traps, and kaiju. So and even Dogoron's a dinosaur. So you don't drawing 3 in any non-pure build you would play 3, but this is a pure dinosaur, so you only play 2. 2 Gold Sark. You want to see it. You want to see it sometimes, but you don't want to see it all the time. That's kind of all I got to say for Gold Sark. One of Slumber, the Saki, another Saki. You play Dark Hole, not Raigeki, because you can pop babies. And Monster Reborn, you can revive Conductors, Pancratopses, Oviraptors. I didn't draw this much. I did draw this a lot, but I didn't draw this much. That's it for the main deck. 40 cards, just how it be. For the extra deck, so first I played Dolka Logia. You have to play these. Some people play 2 Logia. I like Dolka more. I only played 1. I never needed more than 1 of each, so that was nice. Maybe I might add more, but this for the generic rank 4 engine, played Castel. Whoops. Dweller, Exciton Knight, and Tornado Dragon. I don't think I ever made these 3. I made this a couple times. I think against Draco, Mech Knight. I think Thunder Dragon, because he made me go first. I think. I don't know why. No, he went first, but he bricked and he set 2. That's what he did, and then I summoned this and I popped 2 because I didn't know what he was playing. And then lastly I played number 1 and 3 Ragnar Zero. This I only summoned once, but the logic behind this, if you focus, it's a Trident, yeah. since you play Lost World, this is good. Had it make the camera kind of cut out there. You play Lost World, this makes it good because it reduces everything by 500. You can just pop anything, and then you draw one, and it's a Trident. That's it. And lastly, for the Xyz lineup, play one Gustav Mac for the stupid combo where you summon 2 conductors, and then you Gustav Max per game. I summoned this once during the Thunder Dragon, and he Veilered it, and that really sucked. And he killed me that turn. Next turn. For the Synchros, played these 2. I never summoned Trish. I summoned Chambara a couple times. Keep in mind that Chambara plus Conductor is game, so that's useful information. I almost summoned this, but I just summoned I think either Link 3 or Chambara instead. Lastly, so playing Phoenix Cerberus, you know, pretty standard. I summoned this a couple times. I never summoned this. Usually I just didn't have a good discard because I either pitched everything I needed to or I used everything in my hand when I could summon them. Underclock Taker, I summoned this a couple times. I never used its effect. I don't know why, it never came up. This came up a couple times because there's combos where you have Baby and Giant Rex, and that you can use those to make Mrs. Radiant and Deco Talker. I summoned this a lot. I didn't expect to. I wasn't even gonna play this, but then I was like running like the Goose Cut, and I just cut it. I'm like, I need a Link 3. Cut it for this because I didn't really have anything else. This worked out very well because I made it a lot. Lastly, for the side deck, played 2 Artifact Lancia. I sided this in a lot of times, but I never drew it. I only drew it once against the mirror match, and I drew both. That kind of sucked, but I killed him, so with it. 2 Called by the Grave. This is a mistake. I never sided this in. I learned from a friend at Locals. He told me during the tournament, fortunately, that if you're not maining it, don't side it. And I agree after trying to side it. And the reason why I didn't main it is because I just couldn't fit it in my deck. Because I felt like these 40 cards were like the perfect, except for like the hand traps. Like this could be improved, but this is all I had to work with. So for what I had, and I needed to run hand traps, this was the perfect deck list, I felt. And I misplayed a couple times, and that's why I had some like game losses. Just need to get better at the game. 3 Twin Twister. Yeah, you have to play 3 in the side. Always just do. I sided this in a couple times. I only drew it once against the very first Blackwing matchup, and I popped 2 of his Black Whirlwinds so that they didn't resolve, and I won. I just kind of won because he couldn't do anything. And 2 Summon Limit. This was my spicy tech, but I never drew it. 3 Red Reboot. I only sided this in once because I never really played against trap decks. against True Draco, but I misplayed where I paid 4,000 and negated his card. And then I couldn't kill him because True Draco's dumb. And I lost, and he just killed me. And then lastly, 3D barrier. I sided this in a couple times. I only drew it against the Mech Knight invoked in the Thunder Dragon matchup. It's called Fusion, and you win. Actually, I lost against the Thunder Dragon matchup because I couldn't kill him, and then killed me the next turn. Actually, no, I think that was the Gustav Max game too. Yeah, that's the deck profile. So matchups. So round 1 against a Blackwing player, and the game 1 I just ogred his Black Whirlwind and he couldn't do anything. In game 2 I Twin Twister 2 of his Black Whirlwind and he couldn't do anything. That was round 2 I won against Spiral. We were just kind of like doing stuff. He bricked like game 1. He bricked game 1. I think, I don't remember. But what I remember is that I looked at the clock at game 3. We're both at 8,000. He had Tough, I had Lost World, and I had Overraptor. And there was 3 seconds. And for some reason, I was dumb enough not to call Battle Phase and swing and grab that win. That resulted in a draw. Draco, it was round 3. I don't really know how to play against that deck, and I bricked. I misplayed with the red reboot, like I talked about, and I lost. I got 0-2. Round 4. I think I won against Chaos Max. The thing is, he brick-eyed, and I just killed him. Round 4, I won against the guy playing the mirror match. I actually misplayed a bunch because the guy sitting next to me didn't smelled very bad. It gave me a headache. But he was playing the deck wrong. I was playing a bunch of traps and stuff, and I just kill him. My second loss was to Thunder Dragon in round 6. I don't really know how to play against that deck because you can't really do anything about this Conductor doesn't. I mean, it protects against Colossus, but then they just don't summon Colossus on you. So you just have to deal with Titan a bunch, and it's really annoying. Round 7, I went against Mech Knight Invoked. I've played against Mech Knight Invoked more times than I can count. So I just know how to play against the deck, and it's pretty simple. You just negate Alistair and you win this deck. So, and then last round I went against Pendulum. We went into this like grind fest where I kept trying to grind him out, and it came to the point where I was at like 200 for a while, but I just kept setting monsters, and then I drew Pankratops. I summoned Pankratops. Like attack. I like do something. He had like no cards in hand and like 1 scale. And he used the Apex Avion bounce to negate something I don't remember. And then I summoned Pankratops. And then he put a scale. He was at like 1600. I was at 200. I tribute the Pankratops, popped the scale, and then attacked. That was game 1. That took like the majority. And then game 2, I just go off and kill him. And Miscellaneous Source, such a good card. I chain blocked him and then used Miscellaneous Source to protect all my effects. So all of his negates were useless, and I just and then I used and yeah, that was the deck profile. I did really well for my first regional. Went X1-2. I could have won that draw, but I just misplayed. Sucks. But I'm proud. If it weren't for tiebreaker, I would have gotten my invite. And I don't hear too many often that people get their invite at the first regional, so I feel accomplished. Yeah, that was the deck profile. Yeah. I didn't play against any strikers, surprisingly, even though there's a lot of people playing striker. And I didn't play any against any firewall combo decks, despite being this the last day that's legal. So yeah, that was a deck profile.